what we're going to get to is one of the things you've wanted is words, and so this is one of the activities that's going to give you some words. But it's also really pointing out that when we have the 5 criteria for positive discipline, it helps kids feel a sense of belonging and significance. It's both kind and firm, works long term, and that it teaches valuable social and life skills is one of them that's so important. And so we're going to combine a lot of these, but I want to ask you, first of all, how many of you find yourself sometimes, instead of using the inquiry method, you lecture? You know, the whole point is like I have these little chattering teeth that I usually show that when parents and teachers complain that their kids don't listen, you know, it could be because they talk too much and kids learn to just tune us out. And that's one of the reasons I kind of snuck in wanting to make sure that on the challenges that we had not listening, because it's one of the biggest complaints I hear from both parents and teachers. In fact, one of those schools that one of my grandchildren was going to would, in kindergarten, would get these red cards for talking. Oh, I'm not going to go there right now. But so what we're going to do, and we have several ways of doing this, and I do want to try doing it with getting everybody involved. And I want somebody, first of all, to volunteer to be a student. Who would volunteer to be a student? Okay, Brenda, okay. So then I want, I think this is going to involve just about everybody. Brenda, if you'll come up here. I want 8 people to line up over here and 8 people to line up over here. And just get yourselves in line and then pass these down in order of 1, 2, 3, down to the 8s. And these down ones to the 8. So Brenda, what I'm going to have you do is I am going to have you as the student, just pretend that you're a student, and you're going to go and you're going to listen to this teacher over here. And then you're going to, and all you need to do is exactly notice what you're thinking, feeling, and deciding to do without responding. Then you'll walk over and hear what this teacher has to say. And then you'll walk back to number 2, over to number 2, all the way down the line, okay? So just start here.
What do you need to bring with you to be prepared for class?
Don't forget to put your coat on when you go out to recess. It's cold outside.
By the way, hold that in front of their mouth. Okay.
What will you wear if you want to be warm outside at recess?
If you don't get your work done in class, you'll stay in from recess and get it done then.
What is your plan for getting your work done before class is over?
Put your papers away, books back on the shelf, and clean up before you leave the classroom.
What do you need to do to clean up your desk and classroom before you leave?
Why can't you sit quietly like Sally?
Who can show me how we sit when we're ready for the next lesson?
Would you stop whining and complaining?
How can you speak to me so I can hear what you're saying?
Okay, who started this?
How can you two solve this problem?
You just got a red card for talking.
What was our agreement about not disturbing others during quiet time?
Okay, come on. Great student. All right, so what I want to ask you is, what were you thinking, feeling, and deciding when you were over with these teachers?
Well, I was certainly going to defy every single thing they told me.
Okay.
I was not going to cooperate with them.
Because you were feeling, if you would choose one
Oh,
word?
Mostly I was angry.
Angry? Okay, and so you were deciding, as you already said, just not to do it. They said, now, what were you thinking, feeling, and deciding when you were over with these teachers?
I was trying to figure out what I could do to fulfill everything they asked me
Okay.
I was thinking about well, okay, fine. This is how I sit. This is how I this is how I solve my problems. This is what I want to do. Because I was in charge.
Okay, and feeling, if you could come up with one word.
I was feeling respected.
Okay, and so you were deciding.
To cooperate.
Okay. Now, as you look at this list, which group of teachers were helping you learn any of these? In fact, if you would even say, what were you learning from those teachers over there on this list? Anything?
Nothing on this list.
Okay. So when you were over with these teachers, what were you learning?
Being honest, respectful, caring, a problem solver. I was responsible. I definitely was cooperative, a sense of humor.
Actually, she had a pretty good sense of humor with these too, although it was just maybe more of a little bit more annoying, but